Welcome back to the Daily Lift. Today we're talking about something that we all struggle with at times, knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. Ecclesiastes 3:7 reminds us that there's a time to keep silence and a time to speak. That might sound simple, but in practice, it's one of the hardest lessons to master. It's way easier said than done. We've all been there. We say something in the heat of the moment, words that we can't take back, and we regret it immediately. Or maybe we've kept quiet when we should have spoken up, and the silence weighs heavy on our hearts. The truth is, wisdom is knowing which moment that you're in. Proverbs 17:28 adds some humor to the subject. Even a fool is counted wise when he holds his peace. When he shuts his lips, he is considered perceptive. In other words, staying silent can sometimes make us look smarter than we actually are. But this isn't just about avoiding embarrassment. It's about learning self-control. When we choose to hold back our words, it shows our maturity. James 1:19 gives us some of the best advice we could ever follow. Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Remember, 2 ears, 1 mouth. You see, being swift to hear means listening carefully, not just hearing the words someone says, but understanding their intent. And being slow to speak reminds us that not every thought needs to be shared. Not every opinion needs to be voiced. There's wisdom in silence. Sometimes it's silence that keeps the peace in a relationship. Sometimes it's silence that allows us to listen for God's voice instead of filling the room with our own. Sometimes it's silence that helps us avoid sin, because in the multitude of words, sin is not lacking. Proverbs 10:19. Let's be clear. Silence doesn't always mean doing nothing. It doesn't mean shrinking back when the truth needs to be spoken. Jesus himself knew the balance perfectly. He stayed silent when he was falsely accused before Pilate, fulfilling prophecy. Yet he spoke boldly when he needed to challenge sin or teach the truth. The key is discerning the right moment, leaning on God for wisdom. When you feel the urge to speak, pause. Ask yourself, will these words build up or will they tear down? Will they draw someone closer to God or push them farther away? Am I speaking out of love or out of anger? Sometimes the wisest thing that we can do is hold our peace. Other times, the most loving thing we can do is speak the truth. The challenge is knowing the difference. So today, let's pray for wisdom in both our silence and our speech. Wisdom from above will help us with the right words at the right time. So be quick to listen, be slow to speak, and as always, go lift somebody up.